Well, what ended up happening is as you know, with most apps, when you install them, they ask you for what level of permission they need, if they need to access certain things like your camera, your GPS, or so on and so forth. And on the iPhone, the Pokemon Go app did not ask. It just automatically granted itself full access to your Google account.
Wow.
Whoa.
So what does that mean for the average user then?
So what that means is that
don't call in the work.
Yeah, absolutely. What it means is that it had the potential for reading and sending all of your emails, accessing anything on your Google Drive account, anything related to your Google account, it could do. So that once that was discovered, it really caused a lot of issues with people, because they said that's not what we wanted to do. We wouldn't have granted that access had we known.
Yeah.
And evidently the app on the iPhone, and from what I understand of this, is only happening on the iPhone.
Yay, Android.
Yeah, there you go. Yay, Android. It just automatically just did it. It didn't even bring up the screen. It didn't even ask you. It just it launched and did it.
But now it's been corrected, though, correct?
It has been corrected.
How long was it on the market with that flaw? When did this come out?
The game's only about a week old.
Yeah, about a week since we've been hearing about this.
And I think the patch came out, today's Thursday, probably Tuesday sometime. And so the thing is, if you've installed it after the update, you're okay. If you update it since it came out, you're okay. If you haven't done the update, you're still at risk.
Now, most phones are set to update probably automatically, but how would somebody check that if they're not certain on their phone? But is there a way to, like on your computer program, you go up to the help and you can see that it's it makes it easy to check for updates. On an app, though, if you're not certain if it's been updated, how would you check that?
Well, you can go into your settings and your application manager, and it'll tell you which ones need to be updated and which ones don't. That's a very good point, because I don't automatically let all of them update. Mm-hmm. I actually very specifically say, I want this one updated, I want this one not to. Because in this one instance, we on a phone system that we do, we have an app that makes it look like you're calling from your office phone from your cell phone. And so I don't want that app updated because it's where it needs to be. So very specifically, I've said these do, these don't. So I get notifications constantly as my phone is turned on that I get.
So when I signed in on mine, when I installed it,
Mm-hmm.
and like that Google screen that comes up and says, "Do you want to sign in with Google or Facebook or something like that?" I clicked Google. Am I at the same? Am I at risk the same way the Android was once I allowed Google to or signed in with Google, or am I still like kind of okay?
If you haven't done the update, I would do the update. But doing the login, that's a very good point too, by the way. Yeah. The program, the app, actually had two ways to log in. Mm-hmm. You could create a Pokemon.com account.
That's what it was.
Or you could use your Google account. The interesting thing is, though, that the Pokemon.com website was not allowing anybody else to create new accounts. So by default, you had to use your Google account.
Well, that's a good thing I was lazy and just Google.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
Easier.
Well, and which is kind of ironic, because now all of a sudden you had to use your Google account, and then they decided they were going to give themselves full access to your Google account. So it was kind of one of those catch-22s. But yeah, it's all been corrected, and I would say keep it up to date. As far as that goes, update that specific piece of software. You should absolutely update to make sure that you're covered.